several adult film companies halting their productions. The developments reminiscent of 2004, remember?
First time I've ever heard that I shot on a test that is no good. So if your test is no good, then we should use condom.
The spring of '04, Miss Aurora and 4 other adult film stars learned they were HIV positive. That spread panic in the industry, shutting down production in the multi-billion-dollar industry for a month. Now, fast forward 6 years to this week. Several adult film companies once again halting their production after an actor tests positive for HIV. The adult industry medical health care clinic refusing to release the identity of the gender of the HIV positive actor. Today, they released this statement. There it is, quote, "The misfortune of a patient testing positive for HIV has been turned into a tragic farce by the efforts of the groups to exploit the patient for their political and financial gain. The Adult Industry Medical Health Care Foundation, known as AIM, is in full compliance with all county, state, and federal law regarding both reporting and privacy protection," stop quote. Now, at the heart of this debate, should actors in the adult industry be required to wear condoms? Health officials say sure they should. But the adult film industry and their producers are disagreeing, saying the viewers find the condoms a turnoff. That's not really a valid argument, according to Michael Weinstein. Listen.
It's the law in California that they have to use condoms in the making of adult films, but they're not doing it. So they're flouting the law. It was incorrectly reported that they're required by law to do testing. They're not. That's a voluntary system that is been created by the industry.
Now, the man linked to the '04 outbreak told the LA Times earlier this week he wasn't surprised at all by the latest news. Darren James saying, and this is a quote, "I knew it was going to happen. And how many years has it been? Again, they went right back to the same habits," stop quote. Joining us now to talk about this topic as it continues to spread is adult film actress Jocelyn James, who's been in the industry, has kind of left the industry recently. We'll get her thoughts. She is joined by her attorney, Gloria Allred. Gloria certainly needs no introduction. Gloria, good to see you. Also joining us tonight is Shelley Lubben. She is a former adult actress who is now counseling women who are leaving the porn industry, the porn business. As we get into this thing, you know, I'm thinking about, you talk about sex without a condom, you say, what, are you crazy? No way. And that seems to be what modern society teaches us these days, the adult industry teaching us something else. So, Jocelyn, it's your industry. I mean, it's almost like playing Russian roulette, isn't it?
It is, actually. You know, anytime somebody has, you know, intimate relations with anybody, be it, you know, in the adult industry or in their personal life, everybody's taking a chance if you're not going to protect yourself accordingly. And, you know, actually, you know, I feel that a lot of the adult industry is kind of like blamed for a lot of things that go on, when it's really not just the adult industry. People in everyday, like normal people like, you know, yourself or, you know, our cousins, our nieces and nephews in high school.
Everybody's at risk.
You know, are at risk.
I was going to say, though, isn't it, we always talk about an unwritten rule or pressure? And tell us, you know, if the producers say, hey, we'd like to do it without a condom?
It's more commonly known that, you know, the producers and the directors of, you know, a lot of the adult companies would prefer you to not use a condom, as per, you know, the comments that were made, that the consumers prefer that. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, people are going to watch porn if there's condoms or not. So I think we should all just take the extra precautions and protect ourselves. If, you know, that's the job that we're going to continue to have, is just protect ourselves more.
And I guess you could make the case, too, that that clinic was the one that caught this latest infection, and that's what the industry says, that it polices itself. Shelley, though, I've been seeing you shaking your head. You put your faith in this clinic?
Absolutely not. They offer a false sense of security. Even the doctor who runs the clinic, Dr. Sharon Mitchell, does not have a medical degree, and yet she walks around in a white lab coat and says, we keep the adult industry safe. Well, many young girls between the ages of 18 and 22 believe her, and they're not educated. The most they educate them is they hand them a Porn 101 video and say, watch this, and you'll be safe, and you'll get tested every 30 days, and it's not true. 99% have herpes, according to porn stars like Belladonna, and even Dr. Sharon Mitchell herself says that 66% have herpes.
And the industry, and it's interesting when you look at this, and I know you've been a part of the industry until '94, and then you left, but Jocelyn was telling us, did you find also that unwritten pressure from the producers back at that time also, that, you know, you would do these scenes the other way?
Absolutely. First of all, they're pressured because they're inside of a private mansion most of the time with mostly males on this set. I mean, a young girl, what is she going to do? She's pressured into doing the scene. Who's she going to call? Her agent? He's going to tell her, no, do the scene because you signed a contract. If you don't do the scene, I'm going to sue you, or I'm going to send cease and desist papers to the other agents.
All right, good point. Gloria, we want to get you in here. When you talk about a legal standpoint from all of this, you know, one of the county health officials today said it's almost like a worker at a workplace construction site. He has to wear a hard hat, protection, part of the law. Yet the law here is kind of a little gray, I suppose, huh?
Well, I agree, and I think that Cal OSHA, who is charged with protecting the workplace and making sure it's a safe workplace, all kinds of workplaces, looks at this workplace, which is where adult films are filmed, and says we want to protect the workers there, and the way to protect them from dangers, the biggest danger in that workplace, is having unprotected sex. So they want mandatory condom use. Obviously, those who are in charge of the film industry don't want it, and the reason they don't want it is because they want to make it a profit, often at the expense of the adult film actor.
But
they're willing to sacrifice their life in order to make a profit.
But those producers come right back at you and say, we don't know if these people who contract HIV, if they're getting it on the set, if they're getting it into their private life. So how do you argue that?
Well, you can't protect the actor from what other people do in their private lives. You can't have sex police all over the place. But you can do what you can do in your workplace,
Absolutely.
and that is require condom use.
All right, ladies, hang on for 1 second. Earlier today, we got some reaction from Michael Weinstein. He's the president of the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. He's weighing in on it. Listen to what he has to say.
Virtually no adult straight films are made, heterosexual films are made with condoms, a very, very small percentage. And talent agents who represent the performers actually advertise the unsafe sex acts that they're willing to do on their websites. And women who, in particular, who say they won't perform with an actor who doesn't use a condom don't get work.
All right, we have time for just one more quick question for all three ladies. Bottom line here, do you think this porn industry should be shut down as it weighs through all of this? Shelley, you go first.
Absolutely. In fact, I demand that California shut it down right now until it complies with the California state laws, just like any other workplace in California.
Okay, Jocelyn, what do you think?
I think that there should be more steps taken to protect, everybody in the industry, and then because it protects the people outside of the industry as well, because most people in the industry are with people that are not in the industry.
And then Gloria, shut it down right now?
Well, it has to be shut down right now because there cannot be the risk that actors in the adult film may be filming with someone who is in the quarantine list and who may, in fact, show up positive for HIV.
Ladies, thank you for the debate. It continues. I'm sure it will for the next weeks, months, even years to come. Gloria, Jocelyn, Shelley, thanks so much.
Thank
Christine,
you.
it's yours.